This is a quick start for the Gear LEIOS. So I'm just going to start by taking apart our fancy cardboard box that it's kept in. I'll put my little safety layer there. Just right off the bat, we've got a manual. This manual will cover everything I'm about to cover in depth. So if you have any questions, you can read this manual, and there's some tutorials online as well. So I'll start by taking the unit out. And this counterbalance. So the counterbalance is always kept in here. The counterbalance is needed for some of the larger iPhones. This one's an iPhone 6, and I know that that one will require the counterbalance. There's a charger in here. The charger has a cable, and that can be charged off from the USB on your computer or any other USB device that you've got. So for the meantime, I'm just going to put that right back in because I won't need that. So I'll take the two batteries out. And then I'll put the box away because I'm not going to need that at the moment. And what we'll start off with is this base cap unscrews. So unscrew that base cap, take your batteries with the positive terminal straight down, slide them both in. This may take a little bit of extra effort because this base cap sometimes there's a spring on here, so you have to make sure that you've got it pushed in there pretty good. There's a lot of resistance to it. Also, when you're screwing it, make sure that it's not causing resistance now. So if it's cross-threaded, try it again. Don't get it in sideways. Sometimes that spring that's in there will give you that sort of hassle. So you notice this thing is completely flexible at this point. It's not powered. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this into the position where we can get the phone on here. This little tripod socket is going to be facing down toward the body of the unit itself. You can see this top piece presses up. When you mount the phone to this, pay particular attention not to put the lens on the other end, because what would end up happening is the lens will be underneath the framework and you won't be able to see anything. So you have to make sure that your phone is oriented in a position so that the lens will be free and clear. So I'm going to open this up a little bit just so you can see it. And I'm going to put the phone in, making sure that the phone is up against that base plate. There's a rubber base plate here. So I put that right in. That's nice and tight. Let me get back to my camera mode here. Good. Now, this phone, like I said, this phone is going to require the counterbalance. So the counterbalance is on this end. And it just counteracts the weight of some of the larger phones. I'm just going to hand thread this in. Snug but not crazy tight. And then I'm going to press the button on the bottom of this. And that will power up the unit. And then the next thing we'll do at this point is hold this down for about 2 seconds. Actually, I don't even think it takes 2 seconds. I think it's just probably about a solid second. But you have to hold it up so that it's prepared to go, and you will feel it instantly. But you do have to hold the phone in position initially just so that it's ready. So this upper button, I'll just show you while this is here, will tilt the camera up. This lower button will tilt the camera down. Now that's utilized for like low shoot, high shoot, whatever it takes, and I'll demonstrate that outside. When you get ready to power the unit off, be prepared for this thing to get loose on you, because when this is cut off, it goes dead instantly. So just keep in mind that if you've got something really heavy on there, you don't want it. I mean, there's protection on here, but you must be aware that this is going to let go instantly. And then I'll fire that back up again. And that's basically all you need to see as far as quick setup goes. We'll do a little shoot with it. So here I'm utilizing the buttons to angle the camera up and down to get better shots. I'll show you how to do that a little bit better in this next segment. Okay, so as I lower down, I'm pressing the upper button. Gives me a lower shot, and it tilts the camera up. You can be a little more smooth than I was just right there. but you get the idea. So if I come back up in the air, I'm going to be pressing the bottom button on the stick, letting go, and then I'm keeping that plant in frame by tilting up a little bit as I back off. You get better as you practice with it. I'm just kind of walking with it right now, so nothing crazy, but you get the general idea. Okay, first thing before putting the unit away is you'll have to, like I said, you'll need to have a hand ready. So you press this button, hold it for a second, and it goes dead. So remove the camera from the unit, and then we have to make sure to remove this counterbalance, because the counterbalance will get jammed into this. So you remove the counterbalance, set that off to the side. Now what I'll do is I'll get my box back here. There's only a specific way that this will fit in the box, so I'm just going to set this up so I'm more used to it this way. I'll orient the box this way just because it's easier for me. Doesn't matter which way you have the box pointed. So we'll press our button, turns it off. You notice the blue light's no longer flashing. We'll unscrew the housing, pour our batteries out, and I usually put them into the two center holes here just because it's easier to be able to get those back out later. Rethread the base cap back in. And you notice there's a cutout in this case. There's a specific way that this has to go back in. So you'll notice the contour of this arm, and then this base will be face up, and then this will be faced toward the side of the case. So when you put it in, it should just drop in just like that. I'm going to get the phone out of here because I don't need that. Now that's in there. And like I said, this is the only way that this can pack in there. If you try and put it in any other way, this is an exceptionally delicate piece of equipment and you'll probably destroy it. I just drop that piece back in there, and then I'll put the manual on this side. The reason why I don't put it on that side is because this here has to go over that void. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the case open. So this is the only way you can get your finger in there. Cover it back up, and you have officially made it through the GlideCam LEIOS tutorial. Thank you very much for watching.